Welcome to the Algonquin Regional High School's Class of 2020 Senior Scholastic Awards presentation. I'm Lisa Connery, the Director of Guidance, and joining me today is Dr. Sarah Pregluski-Walsh, Principal of Algonquin. Before we begin this year's presentation, we'd like to take a moment to recognize and congratulate all of our graduating seniors. We are very fortunate to have the honor of educating so many talented young people. Each and every one of the members of the class of 2020 has worked hard to earn the honor of graduating from Algonquin. We're proud of all that you've accomplished and the many contributions you've made to our community. Today, we will recognize some of the accomplishments of the class of 2020, but before we do, we'd like to congratulate the entire class of 2020 and thank them for all they've done to enrich our school. It is my pleasure to welcome the principal of Algonquin Regional High School, Dr. Sarah Pregluski-Walsh.
Thank you, Ms. Connery, and thank you for the immense amount of time and energy put into creating this virtual award show. Thank you to all of our community members for their support and scholarship opportunities for our class of 2020 seniors. Also, thank you to Northborough Cable Access for their endless support in recreating our many senior events in a video format. Thank you to Kathy, Dana, and Terry. Thank you to Gillis for every year donating our floral and plant arrangements for this event. And lastly, thank you to our class of 2020 graduates for, again, an epic finish during epic times. Now, on to the show. Words will never capture how elated I am to have the opportunity to present this year's Principal Award to such a compassionate, stellar T-Hawk. The Principal's Award recognizes a student who consistently presents an extraordinary character. This student always does and models the right thing, even when no one is looking. They prioritize others over themselves and advocate for peers who are in need, regardless of the amount of time or hard work it takes. They collaborate with educators and advocate for excellence, both for themselves and fellow T-Hawks, in and out of the classroom. They are an active member of our community with volunteering, civic and social movements, and supporting those in need. This student believes in T-Hawk pride, models it, creates it, and exudes T-Hawk pride every single day. They pushed to support your yearbook being released on time to be a part of the senior swag bag deliveries. They created numerous epic class of 2020 events. This student's level of forward thinking, attention to detail, ability to rally and garner positive movement on common topics is inspiring. Funny story, this is the first student at Algonquin outside of the interview committee that I met. I was so excited to be a part of and support to lead the amazing academic and extracurricular work at Algonquin that on my first visit here, I lined up in the school store line. This was, of course, during the pre-summer sale blowout. And she saved for me the last size small t-shirt, which remains one of my most sentimental objects and one I will keep forever. I could not be more honored and proud to formally thank this year's student for their remarkable actions, contributions, constant positive outlook on life, leadership and character, and wish them a lifetime of successes. Congratulations to Apple Lynn.
The Worcester Telegram and Gazette annually recognizes area students for outstanding scholarship, excellence, and leadership. Algonquin is honored to recognize 2 outstanding students this year. The consistency and dedication this student brings to all areas of his life has been remarkable to witness and has made him a leader at Algonquin. As a student, he's been recognized for his hard work and success by being inducted into the National Honor Society and National Hispanic Honor Society. Music has been a huge part of his high school experience, and he's been an integral member of the school's various musical groups. His dedication to musical performance has given him the opportunity to be named president of the Algonquin chapter of Tri-M National Music Honor Society. He was also selected to perform as part of the Central District Jazz Band. One of his proudest accomplishments to date has been his commitment to the Boy Scouts of America, and in particular, achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. The student plans on attending Dartmouth University in the fall and majoring in mechanical engineering. Please congratulate Mateo Oliola on being selected as a 2020 Telegram and Gazette Student Achiever. This young woman is an exceptional student, athlete, and leader. Her accomplishments include interning for Congressman McGovern and participating in the National Student Leadership Conference on Political Action and Public Policy. She's also been very involved in the Algonquin community. She would have been captain of the tennis team this year if the season had not been canceled. She was co-president of Algonquin's Writing Center, as well as treasurer of the National English Honor Society. Academically talented across all disciplines, this remarkable young woman is driven to succeed through hard work and self-discipline. Her aspirations are to study international affairs, political science, and law. She will be attending Cornell University in the fall. Without a doubt, she will lead the next generation with her passion, dedication, compassion, intelligence, and leadership qualities. Please congratulate Rochita Rashigada on being selected as a 2020 Telegram and Gazette Student Achiever.
National Merit Scholars are chosen based on their abilities, skills, and accomplishments. Students are selected based on their academic record, PSAT scores, written recommendations, community involvement, and a personal essay. Algonquin is proud to recognize Joseph Zhang as our 2020 National Merit Finalist. Congratulations, Joe.
The Algonquin Department Awards recognize academic excellence, citizenship, and leadership among our students. Each year, the Guidance Award is given to a student who embodies kindness, generosity, spirit, and compassion. This student entered Algonquin and fully embraced the opportunities to make a difference in our community. Her dedication to inclusion of all allowed our Best Buddies chapter to grow in leaps and bounds, garnering national recognition along the way. As an athlete, she not only flourished on the fields, but she led her teams in many endeavors to give back to our community and make a difference in the lives of others. A leader in the Algonquin Writing Center, she's helped to publicize the value of having peers teach each other. She truly became part of the guidance office during Day for Change when she was a co-moderator of the event, helping to introduce the theme of "We are more alike than different" to our freshman class. It is an honor to present this year's Guidance Award to Jordan Manousis.
The recipient of the Algonquin Science Award this year is a student the science faculty has determined to be a proud representation of the department and school community. This student has made a positive impact on the majority of the science teachers for they have taken and excelled in most of their science electives offered. Teachers describe the student as intelligent, resilient, thorough, and diligent. Our student of choice is an active member in both the Science National Honor Society and Women in Science and Engineering Club. This student displays a genuine passion for science and plans on pursuing a career in health and medicine. The Science Department is proud to announce this year's recipient of the prestigious Algonquin Science Award, Hannah Jaiswal.
Let's just say that there was no shortage of nominations and really positive comments about this year's English Department Award winner. His teachers describe him as a skillful writer, one who has developed a memorable voice in both critical and creative writing. He always has something insightful to say about whatever the class is reading. He's got an incredible mind and sees past the surface and through any pretense into what is really there. His intelligence lets him see things that other people miss, good and bad, and he's brave enough and charismatic enough to express those deeper truths and more profound criticisms of whatever the class has been reading or talking about. The English Department is proud to announce as this year's very deserving recipient of the English Department Award, Charlie McLarnon. Congratulations, Charlie.
This year's Excellence in Journalism Award goes to two dedicated individuals who have worked to continue the Harbinger's tradition of excellence while tackling substantive art topics with ethics and professionalism. Together, they have shown journalistic integrity and passion in their reporting on topics such as the impact of EEE and the coronavirus, teen struggles with sleep and vaping, and the complex realities of the lives of our LGBTQ classmates. Throughout the year, they've kept the school informed about important news topics, they've shown leadership and promoted powerful conversations through editorials, and they've remotely continued providing significant coverage and uplifting content during our months away from the school building. Please join me in congratulating Katherine Hayden and Gabriela Paz-Solan on their fantastic journalistic work.
This year's recipient of the Social Studies Award is a student who embodies the qualities of thoughtfulness, determination, and empathy. This student is dedicated and hardworking, always willing to go the extra mile or put in extra effort. She is thoughtful and considerate and models civic dialogue, reason, and insightfulness at every opportunity. Her teachers describe her as intelligent, focused, and kind, and as someone who is always willing to consider different views, who seeks to understand a variety of perspectives, and who draws informed conclusions. Her passion for people is evident, and we could not be more proud than to name Roshida Rashigada as the recipient of the 2020 Social Studies Award.
The Instructional Support Department is honored to recognize a student who has shown tremendous growth over their 4 years in high school. The student is sensitive, compassionate, and well-liked by his peers. He has embraced his challenges and learned to use strategies to become academically successful as well as a social leader. Often, he has had to work harder than typical students to achieve at the same level, and this has inspired his peers to do more. Additionally, he has been a public proponent in support of students with similar challenges. It takes some people a long time to figure out who they are and what their values are, but this student has discovered who he wants to be, and he's actively working towards being that person. We are very proud of him and all of his successes. We wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. Please join me in congratulating this year's Instructional Support Award recipient, Jacob Kwa.
This year's recipient of World Languages Award goes to someone that embodies the many qualities and skills it takes to represent a star language student at Algonquin. She has volunteered her time to help the World Language Department. She is passionate about Spanish and has spent a summer in Spain learning about their fascinating language and culture. Her dedication, enthusiasm, and hard work within and outside of the classroom is inspiring. It is with great pleasure to recognize this year's World Language Award recipient, Carmen Shreve.
The Gerard, Galligan, and Donald Mcqueen Award honors 2 former foreign language teachers at Algonquin. This year's recipient of the Galligan-Mcqueen Award goes to a student that's been an excellent model for her peers with her hard work and determination. Her constant cheerful and positive disposition makes her a pleasure to have in class. Each day, she strives for the best and is always willing to help others. These are just some of the many reasons that make this student deserving of this award. I'm happy to announce that this year's Galligan-Mcqueen Award goes to Abigail Mchugh.
The Health and Fitness Department is pleased to recognize 2 students, a male and female, as outstanding role models for student wellness. This year's male recipient exemplifies every characteristic that goes into being a model PE student. He consistently demonstrated an exceptional level of excitement for physical education. No matter what unit they were in, he was one of the first students asking how he could help to get the activity going. In addition, he would come to the gym during his study period to get an extra dose of PE. Something that really separates him from other students is his warm, friendly demeanor. He would readily partner with any of his classmates. He didn't care if he knew them or if they knew him. He could get along and have fun with anyone. Whenever you see him in the hallway, in passing, or after school, he is always someone that stops to see how you're doing. Not just a couple of words, but he'll have a real conversation. It was a pleasure having him in class and interacting with him in various settings throughout the school. He'll be missed by the physical education department and the school as a whole. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Health and Fitness Award, Ramsey Mezack. Though it was first period of the day, you would never know it from this student's excitement and energy. She was always smiling and having fun, and her classmates really enjoyed competing against her or working with her as a member of her team. It didn't matter if her face was completely painted for her playoff field hockey game. She still went all out in class to the point of her face paint nearly dripping off. She truly was the model PE student. It is a pleasure to award this year's Female Health and Fitness Award to Hailey Killoren.
The Fine and Performing Arts Department awards 3 department awards to students in the areas of art, drama, and music. The class of 2020 is full of many incredible artists, making our department award a difficult choice. This year's recipient has shown not only dedication, but quiet leadership along with perseverance. Whenever a need for art arises, this student is sure to come up whether in our department, for a publication, or a technology task. This student has worked hard over 4 years to balance her many talents and interests, along with being the go-to art person for many groups throughout our community. Visual arts is clearly a strong passion of hers, and we are confident she will continue to enrich her life with her talent and skill. This year's art award goes to Jasmine K. This year's drama department award goes out to someone who has been in every type of show produced at Algonquin. From an enthusiastic ensemble member of the musicals to a leading characteristic in Mamma Mia. She earned a spot on the Needs Improvement troupe 2 years ago, and this year shrined in the Laramie project. She has made every drama class more engaging with her monologues and adept improv skills. She takes direction willingly and shows a genuine love during the process of each show. She is an actor who is a joy to teach and to direct. Please join me in congratulating this year's Drama Award recipient, Caitlin Wilbur. The Algonquin Backstage Theater Award is presented to a student who has been instrumental in sound and lighting work with coffee houses, improv shows, and musicals. The last 3 musicals, winter plays, and improv shows have all benefited from the tireless technical work of this young man. He shows up before the actors, and he is the last to leave each rehearsal. He literally has to be kicked out. His type A instincts mean that he will adjust a light moments before a show if he doesn't quite think it's perfect, and complete his mic check as actors are ready to take their places. Anyone who has worked with him is lucky. He's consistent, thorough with a self-deprecating sense of humor. It's been wonderful to have him join us on stage for shows as well. The Fine and Performing Arts Department is so appreciative of this student's hard work and the professionalism he generously has given to Algonquin Theater and the many auditorium events that needed his expertise. Congratulations to this year's Backstage Award recipient, Joe Greene. This year's Music Department Award recipient has truly embraced all the music department has to offer. They have been a present in the music wing due to belonging to at least 3 ensembles each year and have spent many hours practicing there. This student adds confidence, leadership, and fun to each group, both musically and professionally. He's an exceptional instrumentalist, interested in many genres of music. His peers value his musicianship, and his teachers consider themselves personally and professionally rewarded to have taken part in his music education. He has met or exceeded all expectations, and we know that his dedication to music will continue for many years. Congratulations to Matea Ayola.
The Applied Arts Department annually recognizes deserving students in the areas of family and consumer sciences, technology, and business. This year's Family and Consumer Science Award goes to a student who has a great work ethic, is always the first person to jump in and help, and of course, show off his culinary talents. He's the first person who came to mind for this award. Ms. Geigus is disappointed that she was not able to have this student show the class how to make his grandparents' homemade ravioli. It is a pleasure to present this year's Family and Consumer Science Award to John Fontecchio. This year's Technology Award goes to a student who has excelled in taking classes such as engineering graphics, engineering with metals, wood technology, technology and engineering makerspace, and robotics. In addition, this student served as captain of the Algonquin robotics team. This student's a natural when it comes to designing and fabricating items with a wide variety of tools and materials. This student was one of our first students to learn to use and make full use of our 3D printers and laser cutters. The student was also very quick to pick up several different CAD programs, including SolidWorks, Fusion 360, and AutoCAD. She's one of the most inventive students ARHS has had in a long time, combining her great technical design skills with her natural creativity and artistry. Her fantastic attitude, willingness to help others, and share her knowledge made her a pleasure to have in class. She has elevated the level of our program, and she will be missed. I'm pleased to present this year's Technology Award to Sunny Murthy. This year, 2 students are being recognized in the area of business. The first award goes to a student who's described by his teachers as kind, respectful, and conscientious. He's taken many business classes throughout his 4 years of high school, has successfully completed the Algonquin Business Concentration Program, and is a member of Deca and the National Business Honor Society. This student shows his passion for business every day, not only in the classroom, but using his business skills in the real world as a successful business owner. This is quite an accomplishment for such a young man. I'm pleased to present the first business award to Nicholas Camarano. The second business award is being presented to a student who is also described by his teachers as a kind, respectful, conscientious student. He has completed the Algonquin Business Concentration Program and is a member of Deca and the National Business Honor Society. He has a strong passion for business studies and took advantage of every opportunity he could in gaining business knowledge in high school. In fact, he's taken 10 business classes in his 4 years of high school, which is the largest number of classes taken by a student. This is quite an accomplishment. I'm pleased to present our second business award to Justin Boone. Algonquin Deca Outstanding Leadership Award. One can appreciate how many times a teacher and or advisor to a club is asked to stand up and vouch for a student. In the case of the recipient of this year's Deca Award, it is easy to do. The recipient has been part of Deca for the past 4 years and has developed into a tremendous leader, invaluable to the advisors and others. As the president of our Deca chapter, he was directly responsible for working with the advisors and the chapter officers to establish and maintain a clear vision, management, and organization of the chapter. This is no easy task as we have 16 chapter officers and close to 300 members. His strengths as a leader are his compassion for others, his ability to communicate information to all stakeholders, his writing skills, and ability to articulate his ideas, and to have tough conversations to hold others accountable. Through the past 4 years, he has grown tremendously into the strong leader that he is today. The student exhibits all the traits of a true leader and has made an impact on our entire Deca chapter. In speaking with the Deca advisor, she shared that this student is certainly one of a kind. He's a leader that leads by example at all times, and by doing so, he earned the respect of more than 300 students in his various leadership roles. It's been a privilege to have worked with him and look forward to seeing how many lives he will influence in the future. Please congratulate Paul Prost, Deca Leadership recipient.
The math department recognizes 2 students, one for their exceptional mathematical aptitude and another for their computer programming skills. This year's math award goes to a student who is confident, thoughtful, and focused in the math classroom. This student's mathematical ability exceeds that of his peers. His problem-solving skills are outstanding. In advanced class like BC Calculus, this student has the confidence to overcome any difficulties that he may encounter. He is thoughtful when it comes to his problem solving. He is curious to find alternate solutions and appreciates elegant explanations and solutions. This student is a very focused learner. He takes good notes, connects the things that he's currently learning to past concepts, and thinks about the future and where a particular topic might lead. Please join me in congratulating Charlie McLaren. As president of the Computer Science Club, this student has taken many of the computer science offerings at Algonquin, including Python programming and AP computer science principles. He leads our programming team to impressive showings at regional events. He is also an amazing presence in countless national competitions, notably the Carnegie Mellon Hackathon and IBM's Master the Mainframe. Please join me in congratulating this year's Computer Science Award recipient, Tejas Marliga.
The Athletic Council Distinguished Service Award is presented annually to both the male and female student athlete who for the past 4 years have made significant contributions to Algonquin's athletic department. These students exhibit positive school spirit, extensive community involvement, and strong leadership. Please join me in congratulating this year's Athletic Council Distinguished Service Award recipients, Rudy Utschneider and Quinn Potter. District D Athletic Directors Association is the most prestigious award that can be given by the athletic department. It is presented annually to both a male and female student athlete who exemplify what Algonquin athletics and T-Hawk pride is all about. Please join me in congratulating this year's District D Athletic Director Award recipients, Lucy Gavin and Henry Elford.
The T-Hawk Pride Award is presented to student athletes who participate in a sport all 12 seasons of their high school career. This is an outstanding accomplishment achieved with a great deal of sacrifice, dedication, and commitment. This year, we have 14 students who will be receiving the T-Hawk Pride Award. Please congratulate the following students for their commitment to athletics: Nick Camarano, Aiden Fish, Julia Kardos, Ella Key, Joseph Kearney, Ben McNeil, Alex Mall, Quinn Potter, Sarah Prendergast, Matt Rawlings, Lauren Roberts, Joseph Shoemaker, Jack Thibodeau, and Rudy Utschneider.
The Robert E. Millikan Memorial Scholarship was created to honor the many contributions that Robert Millikan made to the public schools of Northborough and Southborough during his 36 years of service. It recognizes a student who has grown both as a learner and leader, all while exhibiting a positive spirit and sense of humor. This year's recipient of the Robert E. Millikan Scholarship in the amount of $500 is Caitlin Wilbur.
In memory of the class of 1983, the Mel Sahagun Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a student who personifies an interest in music, scholarship, life, and community involvement. This year's scholarship is awarded to a student who achieves maximum potential in areas of music involvement, academics, and high school and community involvement. Mel was a role model, leader, outgoing, and inquisitive. This year's award is presented to Jack Connor.
The Aspen Valley Master Singers awards a scholarship to a current Aspen Valley apprentice or a student recommended by the Algonquin choral director. This year, the Aspen Valley Master Singers Scholarship is awarded to a student who has demonstrated a commitment to musical excellence and leadership in choral ensembles throughout his high school career. Wishing him the best in his future endeavors and a lifetime of memorable musical experiences, please congratulate the Aspen Valley Master Singers Scholarship recipient, Preston Greene.
The Aspen Valley Master Singers is pleased to present the Lucille Alma Flynn Music Scholar Award. This is made possible through a grant provided by the Greater Worcester Community Foundation. This will be given for the first time to a student who exemplifies the spirit of Lucille Alma Flynn and her love and commitment to music. Not only as the recipient demonstrated a commitment to excellence and leadership in choral ensembles throughout her high school career, but she will continue her musical education with a minor in music at Smith College next year. This year's first recipient of the $2,000 scholarship is presented to Julia Kardos.
The John Philip Sousa Band Award in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires, is awarded to Abigail Mchugh.
The National School Orchestra Award in recognition of singular merit and outstanding contributions to the success of the school orchestra, for displaying an unusual degree of loyalty and cooperation, and for exemplifying a high standard of conduct that is the aim of the school instrumental program, is presented this year to Katherine Mccarthy.
The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award in recognition of outstanding achievements in the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. This year's recipient of the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is given to Mateo Oliola.
The National School Choral Award in recognition of singular merit, ability, and achievement of outstanding contributions to the successes of the school vocal program and of an unusual degree of loyalty, cooperation, and high qualities of conduct by the general consent of the music faculty, school officials, and others. The National School Choral Award is hereby conferred upon Julia Kardos.
The Kathleen Bartolini Memorial Scholarship is presented to a student who most reflects Kathleen's love of the arts, both at school and in the community. This year's recipient of the $2,000 scholarship is Carmen Shreve.
The David Hudson Memorial Scholarship is awarded annually to an Algonquin senior with a passion for the arts. This year's recipient of the $500 award is Mateo Ayola.
Northborough-Southborough Music Association awards are presented to students who have made significant contributions to the ARHS music program and have shown personal development in the areas of music and/or musical theater. This year's recipients of a $500 award are Matt Webster, Jenna Kuchner, and Jason Miklick.
This year's recipients of the Dennis Wren Performing Arts Scholarship awards of $500 are Bright Side of Your Life, David Keefe, Ya Man, Jack Connor, Encore, Aya Basme, Bravo, Sophia Scaringi, and Amanda Benatiel.
The Northborough Helping Hands awards a scholarship to a student who is a resident of Northborough and plans to pursue a post-secondary degree. This student must have a strong involvement both in the school and in the community. This year's Northborough Helping Hands award of $1,000 goes to Ben McNeil.
The J. Dion Memorial Scholarship is awarded to 2 seniors at Algonquin to ensure that Jay's legacy is preserved. To honor Jay's wishes and values, these scholarships will be granted to young adults who have demonstrated fortitude, perseverance, leadership skills, and a positive attitude in overcoming challenges and/or adversity in order to achieve success. This year's recipients in the amount of $2,500 are Sarah Middleton and Jack Hanna.
Chris DeBello was a graduate of Algonquin. Memorial Scholarship was started to honor his life. The award will go to 1 male and 1 female in the graduating class who exemplify the qualities of community involvement, integrity, and strong character. This year's recipients of the Chris DeBello number 32 Fund Scholarship with a $1,000 award are Lauren Silva and Joseph McFoy.
The Northborough Rotary awards scholarships to graduating Northborough seniors who excel academically, who are involved in extracurricular activities, volunteer regularly, and are pursuing higher education. This year, the Northborough Rotary is awarding $1,000 scholarships to Kayla Albers, Lucy Gavin, Apple Lynn, Sunny Murthy, Sarah Prendergast, and Elizabeth Shaw. This year, the recipient of the Herb Gill Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is Sarah Middleton.
The American Legion Post 234 will be awarding 2 scholarships this year in the amount of $500 each. Each scholarship is given in honor of a member of the community for their service to our country. This year's Private Vincent F. Pickard U.S. Army Scholarship is awarded to Sarah Prendergast. The Lieutenant Colonel Irving T. Shanley U.S. Army Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Matt Webster.
The Southborough Teachers Association annually awards scholarships to graduating seniors who are residents of Southborough and who have attended the Southborough schools. This year's recipients of a $750 scholarship from the Southborough Teachers Associations are the Mary Mullen Memorial Award is Arthur Andre, and the Charles Gabron Award is Abigail Arujo.
Algonquin Regional Teachers Association annually awards 2 scholarships of $500 in the memory of Jean Arethusic. This year, the selection was based on the academic effort, extracurricular activities, and volunteer contributions of the students. This year's award recipients are Nathan Robillard and Hailey Clark.
The APTO annually awards scholarships in the amount of $500 each to students who have contributed to the Algonquin community. This year's recipients are Quinn Potter, Alexi Wong, Paul Prost, Abigail Rujo, and Kayla Dance.
The Solar Jazz Fest Foundation Scholarship recognizes a student's passion for the arts and sciences. The organization would like to award a scholarship to a student who has distinguished himself both with artistic and scientific pursuits at Algonquin and/or who plan to pursue environmental science in college. This year's recipient of the $500 award goes to Matt Rawlings.
Dr. Prabhat K. Siegel was a long-standing resident in the Metro West area who made invaluable contributions to the worldwide scientific community through his research with Harvard Medical School's New England Regional Primate Research Center, where he spent over 36 years. The Dr. Prabhat K. Siegel Scholarship is being offered in his memory to assist high school students who have an interest in pursuing a career in biological science or medicine, with a preference towards students interested in veterinary medicine. This year's winners of the Dr. Prabhat K. Siegel Memories Foundation Scholarship of $500 are Monique Radloff and Nick Alessi.
The Northborough Junior Women's Club is a proud member of the General Federation of Women's Clubs and honors the motto, Unity in Diversity, coming together as unique individuals dedicated to community improvement and working to create local as well as global change. The Northborough Junior Women's Club annually awards a scholarship in memory of their past members who lived each day trying to accomplish something, not merely existing. In honor of past members, this year's recipients of a $1,000 scholarship is Sarah Middleton.
This year's Northborough Youth Soccer Award is being given to 2 graduating seniors from Northborough who have been or continue to be involved in the Northborough Youth Soccer Program. Receiving a $750 scholarship, please help me in congratulating Lucy Gavin and Brendan Judge.
James A. Gunning was inducted into the ARHS Sports Hall of Fame in 2013. The scholarship in his name recognizes ARHS track and field athletes who represent many of the traits that were important to Jim: teamwork, sportsmanship, commitment, and respect for competitors and coaches. This year's recipients of the $1,000 James A. Gunning Scholarship include Elizabeth Mazack, Quinn Potter, Joseph Mikulik, and Joseph Kearney.
The Northborough Youth Hockey Jim Flanagan Memorial Scholarship is given to students who portray character, discipline, and leadership. The students must reside in Northborough and exhibit strong future plans, as well as a strong service to his or her community. This year, the Northborough Youth Hockey Jim Flanagan Memorial Scholarship is awarding 4 $500 scholarships to Lauren Robert, Samuel Robert, Colby Gillis, and Nick Alessi.
Flaherty Physical Therapy awards a scholarship to an Algonquin senior who exemplifies the qualities of good character, hard work, and attention to details. The scholarship was open to students interested in a health-related career. The recipient of this year's award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Elizabeth Mazack.
The Northborough Teachers Association annually awards scholarships to students who are the product of the Northborough Elementary Schools or Millikan Middle School and presently attending Algonquin Regional High School. This year's recipients of $1,000 awards are Sarah Middleton and Laura Silva.
The ARHS class of 1990 awards a scholarship based on scholastic achievement, work experience, and community involvement. This year's recipients of the $500 award are Arthur Andrew and Zachary Robbins.
The Jillian Bertonazzi Memorial Scholarship is awarded to students who have worked with children or plan to pursue a career in teaching or human services. Honoring the memory of Jillian Bertonazzi, these students dedicate themselves to help others through community service and extracurricular activities. Receiving awards of $500 each are Simone Fiore, Lucy Gavin, Jack Rafferty, and Jack Hanna.
The Algonquin Athletic Booster Club awards scholarships to students who have participated in after-school athletics and whose families have been involved in the Booster Club. These students exemplify the leadership and work ethic of a student athlete and have been awarded $500 on behalf of the Algonquin Booster Club. This year's recipients are Derek Blanchard, Quinn Potter, Alexia Wong, and Elizabeth Shaw.
The Southborough Youth Basketball Scholarships are awarded annually to graduating seniors who live in Southborough and have participated in the youth basketball program. This year's recipients of the Southborough Youth Basketball Scholarships in the amount of $250 are Colin Kerrigan, Simone Fiore, and Trevor Burns.
The Middlesex Charitable Foundation presents an annual scholarship to Algonquin graduate based on academic standing and community service. This year's recipient of the $1,000 Middlesex Charitable Foundation Scholarship is Simone Fiore.
St. Mary's Credit Union annually awards scholarships to Algonquin students. Students and/or their parents must be members of the credit union. In addition, academic achievement, community involvement, and leadership are all considered. This year's recipients of a $500 scholarship are Anna Hutchins, Derek Blanchard, and Zach Lynn.
Center One Federal Credit Union annually awards a scholarship to a deserving student who is intending to major in either business or finance. This year's recipient of the $1,000 award is Quinn Potter.
The Quarter 9 Chamber of Commerce Scholarship is granted to recipients who exhibit excellence in scholastic achievement, community involvement, and work experience. This year's recipients of the Quarter 9 Chamber of Commerce Scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each are Joseph Zhang, Sam Robert, Nadia Wong, Lauren Robert, Grace Tang, and Quinn Potter.
The Chief William Weber Memorial Scholarship is awarded annually to 2 students who are planning on pursuing a career in public service through criminal justice, fire science, or education. This scholarship was established to honor the contributions of William H. Weber that he made as a police officer in the town of Southborough. This year's recipients of the Chief William Weber Scholarship in the amount of $1,250 each are Elizabeth Shaka and Hadley Schauffeld.
The Northborough Knights of Columbus annually awards the Jack Denning Memorial Scholarship to a student who has shown academic promise and would benefit from the award. This year's $1,000 scholarship is awarded to Kayla Albers.
The Southborough Youth and Family Services annually awards the Ellen Piontek Scholarship to one senior who has shown exemplary achievement and service to his or her community. This year's recipient of $500 is Abigail Arugio.
The Peter J. Croce Memorial Sports Scholarship is awarded to students in memory of Peter Croce. Pete had a love for all sports, whether it was an individual sport or a team sport. This scholarship is to ensure his memory lives on and reminds us the many lessons in life can be learned outside the classroom by participating in a sport. The recipients of the Peter J. Croce Award in the amount of $500 each are Sarah Prendergast and Jack Rafferty.
The Fayetteville Athletic Association annually awards scholarships to graduating Southborough students. This year's recipients are the Louis Bartolini Memorial Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Joseph Shoemaker. The Joseph F. Pryor Jr. Memorial Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Colin Kerrigan. The Austin McGuire Memorial Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Zane Walter.
Thank you, Ms. Connery, and thank you for your exceptional work for this event. Congratulations to all of this year's recipients. On behalf of the entire Algonquin community, I'd like to thank the many organizations who continue to support our students through scholarships. Your efforts are truly appreciated. We're very fortunate to be part of such a wonderful and supportive community. Congratulations, class of 2020, and best wishes in your future endeavors.